welcome, Energy Family. In this video, we're going to go over a couple of the key communication tools that we have within Opportunities that we can use to talk about more information that we learn as we go through the sales workflow. And those are notes and tasks. To begin with, let's look at the notes. So to create a new note, I just simply need to go to the Notes tab within the Opportunity, and then I can create a note right here. A note field is a free-form field where I can write down any note that may pertain to the sales process on this particular opportunity. I'm just going to note that, or I'm just going to say that this is a test note. Once I submit that note, it's going to be saved within this tab, within this opportunity, and will eventually be shared to the project management team as this project or this opportunity is converted into a project. I'm also going to need a timestamp of the note right here. Now, another way that we can use these notes is with the @mention feature. So if I do an @ symbol, then I'm going to get the option to pick any of the employees within my energy tenant, including myself. And if I start typing the name, then the list is going to narrow down to which employee matches what I started typing. Now, once I finish this note, make sure to follow up on this. Then I will get a notification within the system that says that I've been mentioned within this note. And depending on my notification settings, I may get an email as well. So once I submit this note, then my name is going to show up in blue to indicate that I've been mentioned within the note. You can also edit notes after they've been written. And once I update that note, notice that that note's going to float to the top of the list. That's because that our notes are going to be in date order by which they've been edited. So since this note is older than the note that I just edited, that's why they switch places. We can also pin notes to always keep them at the top of the list. And once I submit this note, I can pin this note. And so now, regardless of the edits or changes or date order, this note will always remain at the top. And notice that the color's been changed over to orange to indicate that this is a pin note. With tasks, they're very similar, but tasks are date-driven and assignment-driven. So if we create a task, you'll notice that all the information that I have to fill in up here is required. And so within this task, maybe I just need to call my vendors on this quote. And then I can assign a due date. And let's say that it just needs to happen next week because that's right before my bid date, excuse me. We can also indicate what the status is of this bid. Chances are we're going to leave this as not started when we begin. And then also we can change our priority of this task. And it's probably good to write a process within your own organization to determine what will make a task a high priority or a low priority. Within the assignees field, this is where I can choose who's responsible for this task. Since I'm creating this task, I'll be defaulted as the assignee. I can add more people as needed, or I can assign this to somebody else. And finally, we can include a description to indicate what needs to happen on this task to give a little more detail. Once I create this task, since I've been assigned this task, I will receive a notification as well as a link to this task. We can go in and edit this task, and this is how I can indicate that, okay, this task is now in process. I'm going to start working on it. And if we click on the name of that task, we'll see a date history of the status changes and who made the changes, along with a timestamp. Also note that you can find your task several different places. So if I go to the tasks list within the overview area of the system, there's that test task that we just created for that opportunity that we have. This is a link to that opportunity where I can go directly there. I can go directly to the task. Also, if I go down to my account information, I can see all the tasks that have been assigned to me within my account information right here, and as well as the status and what I need to work on in the coming days.